You woke up this morning with something in your hands. Not a physical object, not a phone, not a glass of water, not the edge of a blanket. Something else. Something that, for a split second, felt more real than the ceiling above you. More vivid than the light seeping through the curtains. A world. A complete, functioning, immersive world. With its own physics, its own logic, its own emotional weight. You were there. You were living it. Every sensation, every conversation, every impossible detail was as real as this moment right now. And then, you reached for it, and it dissolved. Like smoke through fingers, like water through a sieve, like a language you spoke fluently. Just seconds ago and now cannot remember a single word of. You know it was important. You know it meant something. You can still feel the shape of it. The emotional residue clinging to your consciousness like fog on glass. But the thing itself? Gone. Most people assume this is simply how memory works. A filing system with a glitch. A hard drive with corrupted sectors. The mind doing its best to preserve what matters, discarding what doesn't. That's the comforting explanation. The one we tell ourselves as we shrug and reach for coffee, already forgetting that we've just forgotten. The one that makes this experience feel mundane, normal, unworthy of investigation. But that's not what's happening. And the truth, the real truth about why dreams vanish so completely, so thoroughly, so aggressively from our minds, it's far stranger than forgetting. Every night, while your body lies still, your brain builds cathedrals, not metaphors, actual neurological architecture. During REM sleep, that mysterious state where your eyes dart beneath closed lids, like a creature searching for escape, your brain generates activity that rivals waking consciousness. In some regions, exceeds it. The hippocampus, that seahorse-shaped structure deep in your temporal lobe, fires with an intensity that would be pathological if it happened during the day. The visual cortex lights up as though you're actually seeing. The motor cortex prepares movements you'll never make. This is not random noise. This is orchestration. Your brain is constructing parallel realities, testing scenarios, processing emotional weight, consolidating memory, solving problems that your waking self doesn't even know exist. And then, morning arrives, and the architecture collapses. Here's what most people don't understand. The forgetting isn't a failure. It's a feature. Scientists have spent decades trying to understand why we retain so little of our dream lives. What they've discovered is unsettling. During REM sleep, a specific chemical cocktail floods your brain, norepinephrine, the neurotransmitter responsible for alertness and memory. Consolidation plummets to near zero levels. Acetylcholine, which facilitates communication between neurons, surges. In simpler terms, your brain is in a state that makes memory formation almost impossible. You're experiencing an event, and at the same moment, your brain is actively preventing you from recording it. Why? This is where the explanation becomes disturbing. The leading theory, the one that makes evolutionary biologists uncomfortable, the one that suggests something deeply strange about human consciousness, is that forgetting dreams isn't accidental. It's protective. Consider what happens during dreaming. Your brain generates realities that can feel indistinguishable from waking life. The emotional centers, the amygdala, the limbic system, respond to dream events with the same intensity they would if those events were actually happening. You run from predators. You grieve losses. You experience joy, terror, love, humiliation, all in a world that exists only in electrochemical patterns. Now imagine remembering all of that. Imagine waking up each morning with the full emotional weight of last night's dreams, the impossible triumphs, the horrifying failures, the people who exist only in your mind, the worlds that were never real. The research suggests something remarkable. Your brain cannot afford to remember. The line between reality and imagination would blur. The emotional carryover would be overwhelming. Your waking self would be drowned in the residue of experiences that never happened. But here is the strangest part. You don't forget completely. Something remains. You felt it. That sense of knowing something without knowing what you know. That emotional tone that colors your morning. That vague unease or inexplicable peace. Researchers have found that even when conscious memory of dreams vanishes, the emotional processing remains. Your brain has integrated something from those nocturnal experiences. The content is gone. The effect is not, which suggests something almost unnerving. You are being changed every night by experiences you cannot access. Dreams shape you. They influence your emotional regulation. They process your trauma. They prepare you for waking life. And then they erase themselves. Perhaps this forgetting is not a tragedy. Perhaps it's the price of consciousness. To live in the waking world, to navigate reality with clarity and purpose, you must leave behind the worlds you visit at night. You cannot carry the weight of both. Your brain, in its ancient evolutionary wisdom, has chosen. It has chosen the waking world. It has chosen survival. It has chosen you, this version of you, the one reading this script, the one who woke up this morning with empty hands and a sense of loss you couldn't name. And somewhere, fading as you read these words, a world you visited last night collapses into nothing. You won't remember it. You never could.